Party time, Mom. Welcome to another episode of the Chad Prather Show. We're here in the mothership, which is Studio 22, and I don't care. I'm done caring, Natalie. Look at me. Give him a full shot of this. Look at that. I don't care.
I can respect that.
Yeah. Nobody else cares, so I don't care either.
Nope. You're right.
Nobody cares anymore.
Checked out.
Well, I'm just done. I didn't even get dressed today. Got up, slipped on some shoes. Y'all think I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. I don't even care anymore.
Did you put panties on?
No. Dirty ones.
Okay.
I woke up with what I was sleeping in.
Yeah.
Threw on some dirty shorts. Unfolded a fresh new Meat Church t-shirt. And I came to the studio. Traffic had me late. I didn't care. You know? I went by McDonald's and got a biscuit, and it was like a day old. I didn't care. Ate it. I ate it. Yeah. Car was, needed some fuel. Didn't care. I just don't care anymore. Nobody else cares. That's what's going on in the world today. Nobody cares. How are you, Candace? Do you care? You care about anything, Candace, the queen of the Ethiopians?
Not anymore.
How is your Ethiopian kingdom doing?
It's doing all right.
You don't care. Steve, party foul, how's the pub over there?
Great.
Do you care?
I don't care.
Nobody cares.
I can give it less.
Y'all got any 9mm at Texas Gun Experience?
Yes, we do.
Well, I care about that. I'm going to
Yeah.
go pick some up. Yeah, you
Just
even sent me a
confirmed.
picture of the pallet.
There's a full pallet on the ground.
You guys are making money hand over fist right now in all of this crisis and stuff.
They are really doing well over there.
I ran into a guy who's a friend who owns a couple of restaurants in Fort Worth. He's a friend, acquaintance. And BLM really targeted his business because there was a picture posted of him. I think he was like, somebody in the picture was holding a Trump sign or something, and he was in there, and they found out that he owned these restaurants, and so they really started targeting him and his business and really kind of putting a lot of negative stuff out there. One of his restaurants, by the way, was voted #1 in Fort Worth for 2020, or at least for the last 12 months. So he's not some ne'er-do-well that is a failure here.
Right.
This is a successful guy. So I say y'all can kiss our ass. I mean, if that's your tactic, you guys are going to use these terroristic ways of doing things. I don't care. Just go ahead and do your thing, because some of the people were asking me when they heard that conversation, they basically, I can summarize the conversation this way. When do we get permission to come kick your ass? I'm telling you have no idea how many people out there just don't care anymore about your opinion, about your feelings, about the way you think the world ought to work, your sense of injustice, all of the dumb stuff that you're coming up with. We're going to talk about the dumb stuff today. We're going to talk about it, and I'm just going to show you how much we don't care.
I love dumb stuff.
Yeah. Because all you got to do is read the headlines and what's going on, Natalie.
It's been hard
It's dumb stuff.
Yes.
Super dumb stuff. So here we are. I don't care. I care about you. I care about Steve, Mark, Candace most days. It's
Yeah.
true. I care about people. I care about your dreams. I care about your dreams. Do you have dreams? We all have them. Small ones that are easy to talk about, the big ones, the one people don't really believe in, the ones we really want. It's like if we say them out loud, they have no chance of coming true. Well, I say when it comes to your future, dream big. The bigger, the better, and the dream of a better tomorrow starts with a degree from Ashford University. Ashford University's online bachelor's and master's degree programs allow you to learn on a convenient and flexible schedule. You'll do all kinds of things. You're going to earn your degree as well. At Ashford, expert faculty teaches you real-world skills from real-world experience online classes built for life's twists and turns. You can learn from home or wherever you feel comfortable. You can pursue a degree in one of Ashford's 60-plus programs like business administration, healthcare administration, and even psychology. With your 24/7 access to your classroom, daily support, and financial aid available, Ashford gives you the tools you need to help make your dreams a reality. So dare to dream big, folks. Your tomorrow starts today at Ashford University. There's no fee to apply or standardized testing required to enroll. Just go to ashford.edu/watchchad. That's ashford.edu/watchchad. All programs are not available in all states. And the beauty of Ashford is nobody can come burn the building down. We'll be right back. 2020 is still on fire, people. Literally. All kind of things going on. Did you see? I did a video. If you missed it, I did a video in my car because a criminal stole my truck. We're not supposed to talk about criminals. I did a video this morning in the car, sans Willie. And I talked about this idea that now the newspapers across the country are going to stop running the mugshots of people who get arrested because they say that stereotypes criminals and their behavior. So, Steve, what do you think?
I think that my mugshot is one of the best pictures I've ever had made in my entire life. I love it.
Good lighting.
And I had somebody on, underneath it. Of course, everybody wants to talk about, constitutional due process, innocent till proven guilty and all that stuff. And it's like, okay, first of all, it's a humor video, right? It's humor that I point out. I said in one part of it, we're going to get rid of police sketch artists because you can't describe a person anymore. We should get rid of security cameras because that's going to identify a person. If somebody calls in and dispatch says, okay, be on the lookout for, well, I can't call him a male. I don't know. I can't assume a gender. Now, I can't talk about how tall he is. Can't talk about his color. Can't talk about his hair type. Can't talk about any of that stuff because it's all, I puts out negative stereotypes. You gotta get rid of the police lineup because there's not enough diversity in that. Like if you got a whole line of black guys, what are you trying to say?
That's offensive.
So we got to have diverse police lineups. You got to have black, you got to have red, you got to have yellow, you got to have white, you got to have brown, and we all know the yellow guy did it every single time. So I'm just
Colonel Mustard.
It's just
someone yellow.
Stupid. It's stupid. The whole thing. Oh, but we can call them red, brown, and black.
Yeah, that's okay, but you cannot.
I've never
call
seen a
anyone
black
yellow.
person, or a yellow person, or a red person, or a brown person, or a white person.
Well,
I've never seen anybody those colors.
in the game of Clue. Colonel Mustard
Somebody's
did it.
right now going, well, my Uncle Kenny had liver disease, and
He's
got
purple,
the
man.
jaundice.
He'd put all that salt on his potatoes and stuff, and he just had him a deficiency. You ever seen people that are blue? I've seen blue people.
Well, that's because they take too much silver.
I can turn yellow because
turn
I
you
have
blue.
Gilbert's something where it gives you high bilirubin.
You just get jaundiced.
Yes, I think people are forgetting that mugshots can really work in your favor. I mean, look at Steve. He's famous now. And then that guy, Jeremy Meeks.
Only in that county.
Who had that mugshot, the really hot dude. He's black, mixed, something like that. And now he's marrying some heiress or married. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah.
A lot of good things
He had
can
blue
come.
eyes.
He did. And a lot of good things can come from a mugshot. We're just always looking at the negative.
I don't know that statistically a lot of good things can come, but you just called out a couple of very small, minute situations that typically don't happen. I got a few mug shots that are floating around out there. I could tell you none of them are pretty, but that's okay. I just always find it a little bit entertaining when you see the mug shots. It's a humiliating thing. Like, do I think they should do it? Probably not, right? If I'm being honest. But the reason they're wanting to get rid of it is silly. To say we're stereotyping criminals.
Right.
So in essence, let me unpack that for you folks if you can't read between the lines. They're saying that the majority of the mugshots are of black men, and they don't want to stereotype and say all criminals or all black men are criminals.
I
okay?
highly doubt the number of mugshots in Johnson County are black.
Exactly. So I was thinking that exact same thing last night when I read this article. I was like, no, you can go to Georgia and you can buy, especially over there where I'm from in the Augusta area, you can buy those magazines. Every single week they come out in color. They're mugshot magazines. And every week, and they make fun of the mugshots because people are all doped up and high and they're drunk and they're making silly faces. And some people are really trying to make silly faces. And they like make a little commentary in the thing. It's very entertaining.
Are they white?
Right? Most of them, a lot of them are white. You know, it just depends on what part of the country you're in.
Sure.
Right? So is it the right thing to do? No, it's probably not. It's probably not. I don't think that a person, you know, I've been arrested and then proven not guilty. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, if I was living in a place where they put the mugshot out, it can mess up a lot of people's careers.
Well, and
it can mess up a lot of their personal lives and, you know, things that you really want to keep hidden. So is it the right thing to do? Yeah. But this whole idea, the whole stereotyping thing is what's driving me crazy.
Right.
That's what's driving me crazy. You know what a criminal looks like? The person who did the crime, right? I mean, it's not about a stereotype. Crime doesn't know color. Crime doesn't know color. Cancer doesn't know color, right? Obesity doesn't know color. These conditions don't know color. Your choices don't know color. Your circumstances don't know color. They don't. It's not about color. I'm so tired of this conversation. I don't know anybody that targets somebody just because of the color of their skin. Now, the culture that they embrace, people might judge that. You see what I'm saying? If you act a certain way, people will probably judge that. And there are stereotypes that are out there that says, oh, well, they're just acting like whatever, We say that about anybody, though.
Yes.
Black community says about the white community can say about the black community. And it's the same, you got stereotypes of the Asian community. People don't like me for saying these things, but stereotypes exist for a reason. They're based on factual reality.
Well, and white community says about a white community. Black community says about black community.
Get me and Steve going on the white community, and we're brutal.
Right.
White ass cracker. I mean, I look at some of these white trash folks. Some of them are family.
I know.
I
definitely.
You got out, girl.
I did. I still got some in me.
You still kind of in.
Don't cross me. I'm scrappy.
I knew there's a reason I brung my razor. It won't cut you deep, but it'll cut you long. Bring me some Vaseline and a razor blade. Stereotypes exist because nobody wants to hear. I'm gonna say the things today that nobody wants to hear. Stereotypes exist because they're based in reality. That's why they're stereotypes.
Yeah.
Now, is that true? Does that mean it goes all the way across that cultural whatever divide? No, it doesn't. But you can't say stereotypes aren't. That's the basis of comedy, if you want. I mean, if you're going to get up there and do stand-up comedy, historically, go back and watch comedy from the 70s and 80s, even the 90s. You're going to see people who they stereotype. That's what they do. It's the basis of the whole thing. And comedians of all different color skins do that. Have
you ever been offended because you were stereotyped? Have you?
Well, I mean, I get stereotyped every day, right? So I have people who, and that's I enhance the stereotype on purpose. So people look at me and they're like, okay, let's see, I'm white, I'm male, I wear a cowboy hat most of the time. I talk in my truck, which is like the online, granted, I was the forefather of talking in your truck to your phone and putting it on social media, but I was one of the founding fathers there. I was doing it before it was cool. So I do all those things. So I'm the redneck, I'm the racist, I'm the white trash, I'm the opinionated white guy. I'm all these different things. So I get it all. I mean, this morning, every day I have people say, "You're all hat and no cattle." Okay. I forget the fact that I own some cows. I mean, whatever.
But are you offended?
I know it doesn't offend me.
Okay.
But it's just, and I don't know of anybody who truly, truly is. Where it gets offensive is when suddenly the stereotype forces an injustice on you. Like, I don't have anybody coming and trying to arrest me because I'm a white guy or because I wear a cowboy hat. Now, if that were to, who knows? At the rate we're going, it won't be long. They'll be doing that.
I usually have people wanting to know if I have any weed because I have long hair. And so my response to them, I have long hair, don't I?
Yeah.
Just
Do you have any
it.
weed?
I don't stereotype me.
Do you have any weed?
Nope, not today.
Not on this show, we don't.
Not on this show. Not
today while the cameras are rolling. It's the stereotypes that are out there, and that's the thing. And now stereotypes, are they good? Probably not. Again, I will say this. I'll talk about the mugshots, and I'll say I'll make fun of the situation, but is it right? No, probably not. The stereotypes, they exist for a reason. Are they right? Probably not. But they're not going to go away. And as long as people are people and the people inhabit this planet, they're not going to go away. So what you have to do is you've got to look beyond that. Because let's face it, let's say that the Twitter trolls or whoever that come after me every day, I read them, they're entertaining. I'm like, I don't even know, I don't know you. Why are you following me? You follow me. Why am I living rent-free in your head? But then you have to come out and try to insult me. And I'm like, okay, What are you mad at exactly? Like, I didn't have sex with your wife. What are you mad at? I didn't have sex with your boyfriend, dude. I haven't personally attacked you in any way. I just put my opinion out there. You don't like it, so now you have to come at me with some kind of a stereotypical character assassination, right? That's the culture we live in these days. People are that asinine. They're that thin-skinned. They're that delicate that they feel that they need to do those things. That is the nature of social media. I've said forever, social media, I want to punch and kiss Mark Zuckerberg in the mouth. I love it for one reason. I hate it for another reason. It brings out the absolute worst in people and shows their human nature. So those stereotypes are going to be there. They're always going to be there. It's what it is. Put it in place. I did that video a long time ago about eating the nasty biscuit, about when I went into the grocery store and I got one of those biscuits, and it tasted like a dead squirrel between two loaves of bread, and I ate the thing and it just gross you. I mean, you ever had those? You ever eat gas station food?
The hair in your biscuit.
Yeah, kind of rubbery.
And then you go back the next time and you do it again and you're like, this tastes nasty. Well, when I ate the nasty biscuit that was gross and stale, I didn't go back into the store and cuss out the guy that worked behind the counter and take it out on him and threaten to sue the thing. It was nasty, so I wrapped it up and threw it in the trash. I just didn't keep eating it. I didn't let the nasty biscuit control my day. I didn't go back and think about the nasty biscuit. I didn't unwrap it several times throughout the day to look at it again and smell it and maybe taste it again to see if anything has changed. I just threw it in the trash and was like, F it, it's over with. I should learn not to go back in that store and get their nasty biscuits. But when it comes to social media, we want to follow the gas station. Like, I got to go in there every day and check out what that gas station's selling. Do they have any better biscuits today? Nope, still nasty biscuits. I'm going to burn this place to the ground. Don't eat the nasty biscuit, folks. That's the whole deal. If you see something online you don't like, if you see something on the internet, if there's a stereotype, if there's an insult, if there's some kind of, if you got a guy out there who's saying racial insults or, just using an example of the day, you have something that's going on out there that you don't like, a political opinion you don't agree with, don't eat the nasty biscuit. If it doesn't fit your palate, don't keep going back to that store. It's real simple.
I keep going back and looking just to see how stupid I think they are.
I just want to prove to everybody that this place is selling nasty squirrel biscuits.
But I don't comment on it. I'll go read what they post, and I'm like, oh, they're still at it. They're
But
trying to get a rise out of their
13
people.
years, Steve, of social media posting humor and comment and commentary and all this stuff. 13 years, 5 years of doing it on a major scale with a lot of eyeballs on it. I've never once gone to anybody's page that I disagree with. Like, I don't follow Barack Obama on Twitter. I don't follow Hillary Clinton because I really don't care what they have to say on a day-to-day basis. I don't go out and follow people I disagree with. I don't do that because I'm just not going to do it. So, hang on, we got to go to a break, but I don't, why do that? Why torture yourself? But some people just absolutely get off on it. Rant over. We'll get into some headlines when we come back. Hey, while the Democrats and their media allies keep making it harder for Americans to get out of this economic nightmare, Patriot Mobile has tried to help by lowering their prices even further. So right now, they're a U.S.-based team standing by to design your customized family mobile plan, starting at only $25. Patriot Mobile shares your values. They'll never charge you the hidden fees. And unlike Big Mobile, they won't send your hard-earned money to those leftist causes like Planned Parenthood or the gun grabbers or anybody else. Get the same reliable nationwide service and support from a company that shares your values, supports your Constitution, and puts people before profits. Switching is very, very easy, folks. Trust me. Keep your phone number. Bring your own phone. You can get a brand new one. They'll sell it to you right now when you join their family of freedom-loving Americans. You're going to get free activation and a free gift with the offer code CHAD. So call 972-PATRIOT, that's 972-PATRIOT, or visit patriotmobile.com/CHAD. Get your customized family plan today, starting at just $25. 972-PATRIOT, 972-PATRIOT, patriotmobile.com/CHAD. And guess what? We'll be right back. So Tyler Perry, we all know Tyler Perry. We love Medea. Tyler Perry, he's a true success story. He really is. He went from living in his car And hang on, I'm looking up something here. He went from living in his car and just having nothing to now he owns all of Atlanta, Georgia, basically. I mean, he's a mogul. He's a true American success story. He's a guy who, against what somebody like AOC would say, really pulled himself up by his bootstraps. He was a trailblazer, just an entertainment dynamo. Had a lot of hardships in his life, but look at him now. I mean, the guy's worth, what, $1 billion? I mean, it's ridiculous, Tyler Perry. He's a black guy. I mean, who would have thunk that a black guy could do that in this terrible racist culture of America? It's amazing to me. So he's going to pay the college tuition for Rayshard Brooks' 4 children, which is good because Rayshard Brooks was in the process of, he was out on parole from a 7-year sentence after beating those same children before he got shot by cops in a Wendy's parking lot. Tragic situation. He got released from prison because of the COVID-19 stuff, but good for Tyler Perry to treat Rayshard Brooks' children better than Rayshard did.
Yeah, because you can't pick who your parents are.
You can't pick who your parents are. So good on Tyler Perry. And that's great because it's certainly not the kid's fault. And it's unfortunate that and I'm just being honest because I told y'all I don't care. It's unfortunate that these kids now don't have a father. It was unfortunate they had a father that beat them. Sad thing. Am I judging? Yep. Trump signs an executive order on police reform. I'm really kind of sick of Republicans right now. I mean, the Democrats come out with a proposed police reform thing, and so what do the Republicans do? No, we're going to come out with a police reform. Could you guys quit with your political bickering bullshit for just at any point in time and just come out with some common sense and just call things as they are? I'm so tired of the politics.
They can't do it.
That cannot happen.
No.
They can do the exact same thing, but they got to take credit for...
Exactly. Our party's got to do this, and we got to change this, nuances here, nuances there. And I'm really sick of the political games. I'm not a Republican, by the way. I go back on record and say that. I've never registered with any political party, and I never will. Never will. I've had places that have said, well, we want you to come speak to our group, but you have to be a registered Republican. I said, well, then I won't be coming to talk to your group. You know? So that's that. Going to the Trump rally this weekend?
I'm not.
You?
You said you weren't, but I think
I
you
said I
should.
wasn't, but then the Trump campaign invited me.
Are you going?
So it looks like I'm going.
I'm going to be in the middle of all those people.
Well, no, because I'm a guest of the campaign, so I'm not going to be in the middle of anything. I plan on not being in the middle.
You're going to be with the people.
I'm going to be amongst them.
Okay.
Amongst them.
Okay.
We'll see. I don't know. I haven't decided.
Oh,
I mean,
you should go.
anytime you get invited by the campaign, you got to go through all the rigmarole of the security checks and everything, and you got to. It's a pain. It really is a pain.
If Junior
Like cavity
invited
search
you
and
personally,
stuff?
you would go, though.
Well, I don't know how you delineate that. I mean, the campaign is the campaign. You know,
Does he know that they invited you?
I have no idea what he knows,
See?
but I would doubt it. He doesn't have anything to do with the campaign. But I spoke to the campaign group recently via Zoom. Anyway, it's neither here nor there. So we'll see.
You didn't have to be a registered Republican to do that?
They've actually. I have a tentative, I should say, invitation to speak at the Republican National Convention, and I don't have to be a Republican to do that either. So who knows? We'll see. I don't care. I don't need to do any of it. I don't care. And after this episode, I may never get invited to do anything ever again. That's all right. North Korea. Remember those guys? Holy crap, North Korea.
Yeah.
They're still out there. Little Rocket Man. And here we thought he was dead. Still not sure he's alive.
Yeah.
I was going to say, have we seen him?
Yeah, I think we have.
Oh, I haven't looked.
We've seen him. Either that or it's one of those Michael Jackson holograms.
I thought the sister was driving some of this.
I think she's driving everything.
I feel that way too.
I think she's always driven everything. By the way, folks, my legs are kind of tan. And this light doesn't look like so much, but remember what? I don't care.
No, I know.
I know. But they're talking about sending troops down to the southern border, not our southern border. They're not going to Mexico. No, they're going down to the DMZ, the demilitarized zone. They're going to go to down there between them and North Korea, threatening to do that. So we'll see how that comes around. You know what? Everybody that's complaining about the police right now, you know what they should do? They should fix the system by going and being police officers themselves. You know what I'm saying? They're hiring. Like I just jumped from North Korea over to assholes that are in our country. When I think of assholes, I think of all the assholes. I want to be an equal opportunity offender here. But why don't you go be a police officer and fix the system from the inside? Get in there and do it.
You don't even have to carry a gun if you don't
You
want
don't have to carry a gun. You don't have to be trained. You don't have to have handcuffs or a taser or anything else. You don't have to have any of that stuff.
Police your own community.
Just go in there and do the thing and be like Andy Griffith. You be like Andy Griffith, who never carried a gun. You can be like Barney Fife. Keep your bullet in your pocket. Empty gun, keep your bullet in your pocket and pull it out when you need it. How about that? Let's do that to the police. Let's. They're pulling down the Barney Fife statue. They're taking that down. Where is that?
Mayberry.
West Virginia. In West Virginia or wherever Don Knotts is from, they're taking down the Barney Fife. So now you got Barney Fife getting taken down. I mean, you guys really have a plan to fight racism at this point. You're gonna take Barney Fife down. You're gonna make sure that Yosemite Sam doesn't have a gun. Foghorn Leghorn can't talk with a Southern drawl anymore. I say, son, you can't. I mean, you guys really have a plan for it, If the gays feel like there's atrocities against them, let's shut down Chick-fil-A. You guys on the left are a trip to me, man. What else do they want to attack? Good God, I could go on down the list with all this stuff they try to do. And all of it's nonsense. Attack restaurants, attack, churches, give me a break. Give me a break. You will never fix a heart issue by changing something externally. You can pull down all the statues you want. Till you pull down the idols in people's hearts, ain't nothing gonna change, Natalie.
Amen.
Ain't nothing gonna change, girl.
Amen.
They better not touch my Bucky's beaver, though.
I saw you posted that picture.
Come and take
yesterday.
it. If you know, you know. Bucky's beaver better stay untouched. We'll fight that. Did you see where they're all marshaled up and ready to defend the Alamo? Because they said they were going to come tear down the Alamo. Let me tell you something, son. You might think you've had some ideas in your life that you perceived were good and they turned out to be bad. That will be the worst effing thing you ever done in your life. Whenever Santa Anna's army overran the Alamo, the Mexicans took the dead bodies of many of the Alamo warriors and they stuffed them in a well. There on the Alamo grounds. They stuffed the bodies in the well. I promise you we can reopen that well if you want to really cause this. But I saw the pictures out there. They got those dudes all lined up. They're ready to defend the Alamo. You ain't touching that, bubba.
Ozzy Osbourne peed on it once, and then he was banned from San Antonio.
You go into, people died there. That's a sacred place, man. It's a sacred place. This bother you? Huh? This bother you?
Feet don't bother me.
Good. Woohoo! They kind of bother me right now. I think I might have some athlete's foot. But anyway.
Okay, now I'm bothered.
Candace looks at me with a caustic stare and Mark laughs. Women don't get athlete's foot. Their toes are naturally more spread apart.
That's false.
They get it, but they don't generally get it. They can get it, but by and large. I understand. What were we talking about? The Alamo?
Peeing on the Alamo. Oh, no, yeah.
You have to take your hat off to go into the Alamo.
Yeah.
Right? So if you go down there, you get your cowboy hat on, they ask you to please respect that place as a hallowed place because men died there. They died defending what they believed in. They ask you to take your hat off to honor the sacred grounds of the Alamo. So don't come in here. You play games other places. Don't come in here acting a fool. It ain't gonna be pretty. Ain't gonna be pretty. Because I'm telling you, the hills have eyes, folks. There's folks out there waiting on y'all. You want to remove the restraints, get rid of law enforcement and all that stuff? You don't want that. There's a thin blue line protecting your stupid ass out there. I promise you. Texas Gun Experience got 9mm.
I just really, I want to pop my popcorn and see what happens with this autonomous zone. Because now they're having to bring in their own security volunteers.
Well, they're going to implode, obviously. They're already in a battle. They're having their own civil war over what to call the damn thing.
Right.
They can't figure it out.
They're not all happy and rainbows in
no,
there? I'm
man.
confused.
I think they're going to do this in Austin too, right? Hopefully.
They talk about it. We'll see.
I think they're working on
Nashville shut that down. And Nashville's a liberal city. Remember that movie from the 70s, The Warriors? where they all had their little factions and they were all, and they all came, we rule the night. It was, go back and watch that silly comic bookish. Yeah, that comic bookish movie. This is The Warriors meets Escape from New York. The old Kurt Russell movie.
Okay.
I am the Duke of New York, number one. Boy, this is a foolish time we're living in. Got more to talk about. We'll be right back. Hi, Natalie.
Hi, Chad.
We're back with news. We are back with news. What were we talking about during the break? This just in. What's his name? Van Gundy, whatever, the coach at OSU, Oklahoma State.
Sure.
And he was seen in the picture wearing the OAN, One American News, T-shirt on a fishing trip. And the running back, who's one of the top players, he's Canadian, and one of the top players in the nation, he said, I'm not playing. If that's what you represent, I'm not playing. And they try to make it out this far-right news organization. They're a news organization that has their own opinion and bias. I mean, can you imagine me saying, well, you know what, I'm not going to play because I saw my coach wearing a CNN or an MSNBC shirt that was embroidered, or BLM. I ain't playing. At what point in time the students get to dictate to the coaches, then don't freaking play. You're a black kid on a full scholarship to one of the nation's greatest universities. Oh, my God. Oh, you're really discriminated against, stupid. This is the thing. I grew up with guys. I played ball with guys, right, who used to tell me, they'd say, you know what, and they're black guys. And they'd say, my grandmother taught me as a child how to work the system. So y'all don't like me saying stuff like that. But trust me, it's true. There's those of you out there, it's true. Like my grandmother taught me when I was a child, this is how we work the system, how we get the most out of the system. And this is what I grew up doing, okay? They would tell me this, okay? I understand where you're coming from, but that your grandmother needed to do that because your grandmother lived in a different time than you did. Your grandmother was born in the teens and the 20s of the 21st century. She had to overcome some things. You have a full ride scholarship right here to play baseball, and all your tuition, your meals are paid for, the whole thing. So you don't have to milk the system to survive, dude. I mean, that's what I tweeted this yesterday. Does anybody give a damn about current slavery and human trafficking that's going on? Does anybody care about that? It's happening right now. Right now. Or is it just you Uber Eats Wi-Fi bitches that have all this privilege living in America that want to complain about what your ancestors went through? Give me a break. You got it good. I'm not saying everybody has it great. White people don't all have it great. Black people don't all have it great. It don't matter what the color of your skin is. Some people have a shitty situation. But it ain't my fault you're in a shitty situation. It ain't my fault your grandparents were enslaved. Maybe your grandparents enslaved people. They were black slave owners. So what's the deal? We're going to trace it back? I mean, you realize that some of you black folks out there today, y'all got white grandparents down the line. I don't know if y'all realize that or not. I've been to Africa. Let me tell you something. African Americans, y'all come on, go with me. I'm going to show you. You ain't African anymore. You're not African. I told y'all a story about the time I was in Ivory Coast, and this black pastor was with us because he wanted to find his roots. He wanted to go find his roots. He got stuck out there in the middle of about 15,000 Abidjanians and couldn't find it. He got lost. He finally found me, and the guy I was with jumped on the bus with us, and he said, F all this, man. These ain't my people. I'm sticking with y'all. That's what he said. He was a pastor, and he said that. He said, F all this. Put a timestamp on it, Mark. You're going to go find your roots. You don't have a clue what your roots are. This victimization of culture, I'm sick of it.
It reminds me of when we
Soft shell, I'm sick of it.
Forget his name, the Buffalo, the guy who came in from South Africa who cannot go back.
Yeah, he texted me this morning.
Talk about oppression.
Yeah. And
true racism that I learned when he was here over there. is a lot different. That kind of racism is a lot different than the racism.
Oh, but see, there are going to be people who go come on here and tell you that ain't really happening.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
But
But you know
of the
what?
least racist countries in the world is America. It's probably not even the top
Let
10.
me take you. Yeah, exactly. Let me
Correct.
take you some places.
Correct.
Let me take you some places. But does anybody care about the current human trafficking, current slavery? I mean, the Asian prostitution trade of children. I mean, does anybody care about that right now? Or no? It's all about your great-grandparents. It's all about your great-grandparents and you getting yours. I'm so sick of this. I mean, you got freedom to go out there. You have freedom and equality of opportunity. The opportunity is yours. You can get an education. There is literally no one sitting there. If you fill out a college application and it asks you what your race is, they don't leave black off. You can check that box. It's right there. Mm-hmm. You can decline it if you want. You don't have to tell anybody what your race is on an application. You don't have to, right? So this whole thing. I mean, you got all these. You got the same opportunities that I've got. Somebody was bitching at me this morning about they hadn't accomplished as much as they wanted to accomplish, and they're almost 30. Oh my gosh. Well, I just don't have anything to show for it. I've worked real hard. I'm almost 30. Oh my God.
I'm almost 50. But think about it, I'm not going to stop working at it.
It's comedic, dude. And I said, y'all want to know how many times I hit rock bottom before my 40s? My God, man. Rock bottom.
Yeah.
Virtually homeless. Homeless. I'm not virtually. Freaking homeless. Broke. With nothing. Didn't even have an automobile to my name.
You got to keep swimming. Just keep
Just
swimming.
keep swimming.
Just keep swimming.
The difference is people look at obstacles. They look at obstacles and they say, well, I can't make it. I can't make it. The obstacles are too much. At what point in time are you going to use those as handholds and footholds to climb the mountain? Mm-hmm. They might be bumps, but they give you traction. You know? Try to climb up a slick-sided mountain, just a sheer ice face. You won't pray there's some obstacles you can hang on to. There's wisdom in that. Mm-hmm. I don't mind saying it. Boy Scouts of America are now, and this one hits close to home because I got a boy that's, he's 5 merits from being an Eagle Scout. He's going to get it this summer. Boy Scouts of America will require diversity merit badge to become an Eagle Scout over my dead body.
So he's 6 merit badges.
Well, apparently that's what they're trying to make it. Here's what I say you do.
I thought it was gender neutral scouts now.
No, that's still the Boy Scouts,
Okay.
But they do allow girls. Our troop does not, because we like that. It's Texas, by God. Don't touch our Bucky statue. So that's what they want to do. They want to make sure that they get their diversity badge. I mean, I don't get it. Why are we taking these boys who are already serving their community? They're already doing it. They're doing the stuff that you want all your kids to do and be. They have character. They have morals. They have discipline. They're taught discipline. They're out there learning to not just survive, but how. I listened to Brandon the other day on the phone do an interview, and he has to do these things. Like he's had to talk to senators and congresspeople. He's had to write letters to politicians. I've heard him on the phone talking to these people. He had to interview someone the other day, and it was just the most respectful, polite, and professional conversation that you could ever expect out of a 13-year-old boy. I felt like I was listening to a young man who was talking to a professional on the phone, and he was so respectful. And I was like, you know what? I've tried to teach that as a parent, but I know that his other influences have had just as much an effect as what he's gotten at home, right? People like, his scout leaders and his troop leaders and folks like that, I know their influence. So these are the boys who are already out there doing it. I posted a thing the other day about him about to get his eagle, and some lady was on there like, why do you brag on that? What's he doing for his community? Well, you dumbass. If he's getting his eagle badge, that means he's doing a lot for his community. Morons.
More than most.
So here's what you do. You take that little merit badge and you say, here, kids, there's your merit badge, because you've already been doing diversity. You've already been doing the stuff that we're trying to teach you.
May I say
How
something?
stupid that is.
They said, the Boy Scouts spokesperson said, there's no place for racism, not in scouting, not in our communities. It will not be tolerated. In all the years that you've been a part of Boy Scouts, was that ever tolerated?
No.
So why are we having to make this
Did
statement?
all of a sudden, at the death
We
of Ahmaud
agree.
Arbery or Rayshard Jones or
Brooks.
Brooks, I'm sorry, or George Floyd, did all of a sudden that become, oh, you know what? Damn it, we've been racist this whole time.
That's kind of, I was saying that same thing about some of the hospital systems and stuff like that, and making a big stance on that kind of thing. And I'm like, well, have y'all been racist before this?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, y'all are medical professionals taking care of all people that come into your facility. So, but now it was odd to me.
I know. So we're going to give you a merit badge. We're going to give you a little pin to remind you you're not racist. Well, that pin ain't going to change a damn thing if you still got that thing in your heart. Because, again, an outward expression and an outward sign don't change who you are on the inside. Mm-hmm. We'll be right back. Well, oh boy, reading these articles, it just wears me out. We were talking about, just for a second during the break, we were talking about BLM. You know, you said it, Steve, they came up with this virtually untouchable political activism organization. It's run by white people. All of the money that's donated to it actually goes to the Democratic campaigns and the Democratic conventions. It's become the new Scientology, is what it's become. You can't talk about it without fear of repercussion.
It could separate even from the Democratic Party and be on its own and be its own party.
But it's not going to, because it's not run by blacks. It's run by white Democrats. It's set up to raise funds for the Democratic National Committee. It's not a black. It does not help blacks in the street. It doesn't. BLM doesn't help that. Go read their website. They say it on their website. Go read what they're all about. Anybody out there, even Shaun King, I never agree with Shaun King, but he tweeted twice last week, and I was like, okay, Shaun's drinking the Kool-Aid. He's on it. Because he said, well, you ain't helping us. How are you helping us? I mean, did you see where $35 million was raised by the celebrities who pledged all their money and all these people to the Minnesota bail thing? They spent $200,000 of that. $200,000 is all that went to bail out protesters out of $35 million. You know why? Because it goes to the Minnesota Democratic campaigns. Amy Klobuchar. It goes to, all these morons over there that are running Minnesota. So don't buy into it.
It's a brilliant move.
Well, here's the thing. We're going to keep on playing the game according to their rules on their playing field and keep getting our ass handed to us because we don't have an original thought, just like this police reform bill being brought up by the Republicans. We just keep using the Democratic playbook, and it's not going to work, folks. You're never going to get anywhere. It's killing this country. Killing it. We all are. Not the left. Just all of us are, because we're stupid. Go to watchchad.com. That's where all the fun stuff is. And make sure you go and leave us a good rating and review for the podcast. Do it on Apple Podcasts, please. Share. You got to do that. We're on channel 250 on Pluto TV. You can get that for free. And you can go to blazetv.com and get the full catalog of everything we do. We love you. God bless. Bye. Talk to you next time.